because we have one more guest to go. One more guest to go. The man that started us this morning is going to come back to finish it up with us. Our leader, Mark Stone. There he is. Mark, it looks as bright in that room as it did this morning. Is that still morning time over there? Wow.
Hey, sun's always shining right here.
That's right, man. That looks awesome. That's great.
It's amazing what good lighting will do.
You got to send me the link or what lights you got there so I can use those. Anyhow.
Tim, you are amazing. I just sent you a quick note just between me and you, but let me tell you, your heart, your soul, your professionalism, it all comes through all day long.
Oh, thank
you. You embrace us, we embrace you. And it's been an amazing day. A heartfelt, heartful day. And yes. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the team that, June, who lined up just, I mean, when you look down the list of guests and speakers all day long, and the variety. As a matter of fact, I have to read this. It just came to the staff from Lee Reynolds, and it sums up my feeling for the day. Matter of fact, I had a quote and all this, and she just blew whatever I had to say out of the water. She says, today is a reflection of who we are as a community and all we are capable of as a family. Staff, volunteers, researchers, industry partners, patients, parents, activists, and artists, all tapping into a small piece of their best selves and coming together to do something greater than any one of us could do alone. I can't think of a better statement and a better capstone to put on the image of today and all that occurred and all that has happened. We're up almost $151,000. That could not have been accomplished without everybody pulling on the same end of the rope as we do. Everybody focused with their best self, a piece of their best self, as Lee wrote, striving and aiming toward those priorities, those goals with singular focus and singular mindset. And yet it's one of the mantras we have as a society is we want to make sure, we want to ensure that no one travels this FSHD journey alone. We are community, and we will get to the top of the mountain together, and we will get there. We will get there. Amazing day.
It was.
Kudos to you, high fives. The staff knows that I'm just silly like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel that. If it wasn't for Lee and Beth and June and Anna and Kim, I mean, it was seamless. One guest right after the next, right on it. It was it was easy. It was easy to sit here and just have conversations. I mean, that's really for me what it came down to. Just having amazing conversations, met some amazing people that are doing so much work. I was just floored, one after the other. Just getting hit.
And the variety. Again, using their skills, their gifts, be it artists and musicians or industry executives like we saw at Fulcrum and Dine and Miracule, or researchers, patients, family, caregivers, or sharegivers, as we call them. Our volunteer leadership showed up big today. It just, I'm humbled. I'm humbled and almost speechless.
Almost speechless. We almost got him there, guys. We almost did it. No, it's yeah. I mean, you say it best, which is why we save the best for last, Mark. You know, you have this way of you know, speaking to the group, bridging the community together. First time I saw you talk, I was like, I'm looking around the room like, man, is everybody else getting goosebumps, or is that just me? Because this guy's is, you know, I'm like ready to run through a wall right now for this guy. So I mean, I wasn't messing around this morning. I was like, you're kind of the coach. You're the guy when you got to execute and you're looking for the inspiration, you're looking for that, you know, halftime speech or whatnot. It's delivered, but the way you deliver is with your heart, right? And everyone sees it and they feel it. And that's the difference. It's not just words. I mean, I kind of tell that to people often, honestly. I'm like, okay, you're saying it, but are you doing it? You know, what are you putting into action? Are you putting your money where your mouth is, kind of thing? And there's no question that you being in the role of CEO of FSHD Society, you're putting your money where your mouth is. You know, you wear your heart on your sleeve. I can't ask for a better leader. That's
Well,
my
I appreciate that, but I have been embraced and adopted into the FSHD community and into the FSHD family, to where now it is personal. And that came very quickly. I've had a lot of roles in my life that would put me in places that would be a genuine community typically. But this one has been the most embraceful, if that's even a word, and the most impactful and positive of my life and career. And while you were talking, I was reflecting back on my short 3.5 years, but after I arrived here, I went around and I talked to everybody I could talk to, patients and or families and industry, and I did as deep a dive as fast as I could. And I remember that I gathered together the executive committee of our board, and then ultimately the board, and you know, and that was after talking to all of these people, and I set out a vision for what I thought I knew we needed to do, but I hoped they would embrace, and they could have or they couldn't. And after a full day in San Francisco, talking with them, you know, I was sitting by two just precious people on either side of me. And I remember looking at this board with the goals and the, you know, by 2025 and all of that. And I looked at them and I said, I don't know what that does for you, but it makes me tired. I said, because I've climbed this hill before.
yeah.
And I know the challenges and I know the obstacles and I know the pitfalls. But then I grabbed the hands and arms of the people by me. But I said, but when I look at my family, when I look at my friends here, how can we not do this? How can we not do this? And as you know, and as a lot of people know now, you know, I found a little countdown, you know, clock, and you know, it's still counting down. I mean, relentlessly counting down. And I look at this almost daily. And then I have, you know, pictures of some of our families and kids and stuff. And it's just, I don't need those props to remember. But every time I look at them, I do remember. And again, I'm back there at that table going, how can we not? How can we not do this? We've got to find a way, COVID or no COVID, fires on the West Coast and hurricanes in the Southeast, you know, almost, let's just go.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's it's been quite a journey. I've asked this to a couple of the guests that we've had on, you know, from when you've been involved in your first, you know, days or week of the FSHD Society and getting involved with it to where you are now. You know, what are some of those highlighters, some of the changes you've seen over when you started to where you are now, Mark?
Wow. Well, I've got a blessed and unique position to um, communicate a lot with our families, a lot with our volunteers, and uniquely with our board. Just tonight, I had to take a break from the telecast to meet with the executive committee. I do that. I have the privilege of doing that once a month, on the first Tuesday of every month. And I have seen this organization so quickly and miraculously morph into what we needed to be to accomplish the goal. And let me say, after more years than I'm going to tell you, in leadership positions, that's rare. That is rare that the board would become a strategic board, not a tactical board, that they would become a governance board, not, piddling in the puddles. They focus on strategy and they focus on priorities. That 28, 29, I don't know, we keep adding. Beth just told me we got another chapter leader today that's in. And that 28 or 29 of you stepped forward and said, not sure what I'm doing, but if you'll help me, I'm here. Sign me up. And that's just humbling that people would do that. That today, large gifts and small gifts all amounted to $150,000 plus. And that might not mean anything. Every time I'm in staff meeting and I hear a number, I go, okay, give me context. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know. Is that good or is that bad? Last year, I think we raised about $30,000.
Really? Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
151.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I had no idea it was that different. I mean, that positive.
That's 500%, Tim.
Wow. Wow, you guys do great work.
And we did it together. We did it together. Again, going back to Lee, today is a reflection of who we are as a community and what we are capable of as a family. Mm-hmm. Today, we have tapped into a small piece of our best selves, and we came together and we created something greater than any one of us could do by ourselves.
Man. So what are you going to do tomorrow, Mark?
I'll probably be buckled into this same seat right here. And there's just no time to waste. There's just no time to waste.
Right.
It was interesting that after we had really the staff this past year, not enough can be said, really. I make overstatements, but I can't make an overstatement about them and what they did at the International Research Congress, going virtual, right back to back with our Patient Connect conference, back to back with our Voice of the Patient conference. It was a trifecta weekend that could have gone so wrong in so many ways. And because our family showed up big, and because the staff led well and created things, it was miraculous. And I was making some appropriate congratulatory comments in staff meeting, and I think it was Jamsheed. I'm just going to out him, throw him under the bus right here in front of everybody. He said, well, could you let us enjoy it at least this week until you're telling us to do something else?
Right. And on to the next. Yep.
Oh, I guilty as charged, and I shouldn't be that way all the time, because we do need to celebrate the successes along the way. Right. And we've gained those successes together. We face those challenges together. We overcome obstacles together, and together we are stronger. we are stronger together, and we will get there together. So I just, I don't know, my heart's overflowing, and I'm sure I'll just be living in the afterglow tomorrow.
That's
Yeah.
good. 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 Enjoy it. You're allowed. It's okay. Enjoy the win. This is good stuff. I love it. Well, thanks, Mark, for coming back on the flip side and closing the door with us here today.
Well, hey, thank you, Tim, and thank everybody who's tuned in, who's joined, who's participated. Even as I say that, all of the names and the faces and the stories run through my head in rapid succession, and you all live in my heart. So thank you. Get some rest.
Yeah, I will try. I'll try my best.